Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Young Blizzo, aka the Hxtman. You're now rocking with New Scrap City Television. My first album ever was I'm From.
Niggas said they label me fool, I'm still here. Fuck y'all, cause we don't play by the rules, I'm still here.
Around that time, it wasn't about going in the studio, creating an album and stuff like that. You know, I was just going along as the days, weeks, months went by. You know, I would record a song here and record a song there, and that album was over, like, I want to say, a 2-3 year period. You understand what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of songs that I had recorded, you know, during my journey. You know what I mean? I never really had a studio. You understand what I'm saying? We was just in the streets, and whenever we had the opportunity to get in the studio, I would lay a song down or something like that. So yeah, I'm From is just basically my uprising, man. You know what I'm saying? Your first album is always gonna be the most personal one because that's when you know, introducing yourself to the world. So yeah, I'm From is definitely one of my favorite albums. That's the one that motivated everything else to happen.
But y'all don't understand why. For real.
Right after the I'm From album, you know, we had formed this group, squad, whatever you want to call it, called Hxtman. So a lot of the music I was doing at that point was like in a group. You know, I probably led a verse. You know, I probably only had one verse on the song. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I wasn't considered a solo artist right there. But after we dropped, I want to say 3 Hxtman albums. My name was building up in the streets to where, you know, I was being known for having consecutive hot verses, and it had also landed me the alias the Hxtman. So I decided to do a solo project to see if I would still have the same response from people. Would they you know, grab to my music if it was just me by myself, the same way it would, you know, with all of my brothers. So I had dropped Hood Gold, and obviously, you know, I threw, you know, a couple of the Hxtman members on there, you know what I'm saying, to keep the heat there. But yeah, I just wanted to, you know, step out and see how a solo project would work. And yeah, we titled it Hood Gold because that was the plan, to go gold in the hood.
Time to ride as you niggas gon' roll. That's what you want. Everybody saying they gangsta, I don't know. Cause you put in work one time, that don't mean you a G. I'ma pop till I'm dead, nigga, you ain't like me. Since you walked out of my life, I'm doing so much better. Oh.
Hood Platinum was basically the sequel to Hood Gold. You know, Hood Gold did very well in the community. The couple of copies that we did press up just flew like nothing. So, you know, I came back with the sequel, which was Hood Platinum. And that was a Best of Blizzo project. So it was basically everything that I did before that album came out. You know, a lot of verses off of the Hxtman projects we dropped, and, you know, some of my solo projects, just to go further than just my neighborhood. For people who didn't, you know my story, I just wanted to wake them back up so they can get the whole story of how everything started. So we did the Best of Blizzo, which was Hood Platinum, and just started going out more, further blocks, further areas, different boroughs, you know, trying to get it out there. Pressed up way more copies this time. You know, it wasn't just us burning them ourselves, and, you know, we started, you know, going through distributors and stuff like that. So yeah, just going around, man, trying to get the music out to the world, man. And Hood Platinum actually ended up in the Source magazine. So that one was like another very special project to me. It was definitely a moment, man. You know what I'm saying? For the whole team. So yeah, man. Hood Platinum.
Yo, as the world turns, my head is spinning right with it, getting dizzy. Too much liquor, trying to see the...
Yeah, on this project, like I said, basically, it was a best of Blizz project, so I really didn't have a lot of features on there. But I do want to point out that I had one feature on there, and that was DJ Fire. Now, a lot of people don't know that Fire used to spit back in the days, you know, but he hung his mic up and all that. But, you know, for that project, you know, I definitely pulled him out of his shell on that one, like, yo, you know, so I need you on this joint. And he probably was like, yeah, but, you know, I played the beat, he couldn't deny the shit. So, shout out to my boy DJ Fire, man. He definitely dropped some jewels on that shit right there. Check it out, Hood Platinum.
Empty the clip, put shots in your melon. Nowadays, niggas get what the fuck they deserve. American next, put his whole mouth on the curb.
Wrong shit. Shit. Yo, what up, nigga? What you mean? Yo, you get tricked.
1-3 Boys. Around this time, my little brother Dino had just came home from jail. You know, I've had a little bit of success locally throughout the neighborhood to where everybody knew who I was as far as through music. You know, that was the only attention I really wanted. But you know, he came home and we weren't uptown like we were before he left. You know what I'm saying? So him coming to the South Bronx, everything was just so new to him. He didn't know anybody, and you know, everybody knew who he was through the music. So you know, I'm pretty sure he was just like lost, like he didn't know what was going on. So I wanted to do a joint album with him so I can pull him exactly where I'm at. I didn't want him to come up under me and have to start all over again. I wanted him to start from right where I was at, so he will always, you understand, so we can all just be on the same page. So we had did the joint album. It's called the 1-3 Boys. The 1-3 stood for 1C, which is our apartment in Edenwood Projects, apartment 1C. But you know the set we was from, you know, we would always replace the C with the 3. So you know, we were the 1-3 Boys, and yeah, we did the project, and shit was a classic. She was fire to me, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody, yo, nigga Dino go hard. You understand what I'm saying? They like, yo, that nigga, like, he right there, Blizz, like, you gotta watch out. You understand what I'm saying? But I already knew Dino was fire. It's just, you know, now the world was, you know, catching on to what was going on and shit.
Just entertainment. Just entertainment. Just entertainment. Why hesitate? Cocky, aim it, blast. Why hesitate?
New York Motivation, that's one of them albums. To this day, people come up to me like, yo, that's my favorite album from you. Like, that was the one right there. Like, it's definitely a classic. It was definitely needed at that time. Around the time I dropped that project is when, you know, you started noticing that the South was coming into the city real hard, you know, through the airwaves. And a lot of people from New York started, you know, trying to jump on that type of wave. So, you know, that was just me just letting, you know, people from my city know, like, yo, like, go hard, man. What the fuck are y'all doing? You understand what I'm saying? So I was just trying to motivate people to get back on their bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? Don't use auto-tune. Like, I want to hear y'all going hard. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about people like Biggie and people like Nas and Jay, like, you know, when we speak of the greatest of all times, we still speaking about these people from New York City who was just going hard. You know understand what I'm saying? That never really had, you know, the auto tunes or the dances, and you know, it was just about, you know, telling your story, man. Tell your story and go hard. Because when we take the story away and we take the real, you know, MCing away, you allow anybody to do it, and that's why it's overcrowded right now with just anybody. You understand what I'm saying? It's probably like 20-30% of people who are actually talented when it comes to music today in the industry, and you know, the other half is just, you know, I can't knock them neither because they're hustling. You understand what I'm saying? But at that time, I felt like I seen that happening then. And so I dropped New York Motivation, and we was just going hard on that shit. You know what I mean? It was 10 songs. Yeah, all my young bulls used to go crazy over that project right there, man. Every song, any hood I went to, man, it was Blizx, New York Motivation. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's definitely one for the books, man.
Yeah, DJ S. Dot present to you Angry Men Entertainment.
Your man's hotter, I leave many like African bambada.
Yeah, angry. Niggas know I'm still mad, still here. Word up. Blizz. Yeah, hey.
Right after we did the New York Motivation album, yeah, the buzz was there. It was getting crazy. So, Fire had reached out to me. He's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I spoke to Part1. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? I want to take you over there. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do some shit. And I'm like, Part1? I'm like, oh, that's homeboy from the Smack DVD joint. And he like, yeah, like he heard your shit. Like, you know what I mean? Nigga feeling your shit. So I'm like, alright, cool. Like, you know what I mean? Let me holler at my man Boo Banger or whatever, and then, we'll slide over there, go focus some music. So, we end up going over there probably that weekend, on a late night, and I didn't even know who the fuck he was, honestly, because when I seen him on the DVD, and when I seen him in person, he looked totally different because he had the big beard and all that shit. So I walked right by him, like, I just knew it was like 50 niggas out there, and it was just me and my man, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, where the fuck is we? You know what I'm saying? So, the crowd started moving. We started moving with the crowd. So now I'm just like, okay, are we good, Fire? He like, yo, we good, trust me. So, we ended up, we got in the elevator. It was one of them crazy shit. Now I'm in the elevator. It's like 50 niggas in the elevator. Shit look, I don't know who the fuck is who. But, yeah, once we went in the studio, he just, you know what I mean? He looked at me like, yo, I hear you the next nigga from the Bronx. And I just looked at him and started smirking, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, what you think of this joint? And nigga just, you know what I mean? Put some shit on, you know what I mean? We started vibing out. Had an ill vibe, like, you know what I mean? We was in that shit hot as fuck. Anybody know Part1, he always had the window open. We got the equipment on the side and all that shit, so we in that shit hot as fuck. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, that area around that time, or maybe still is, was full of mad Crips, you know what I'm saying? And me, I'm homie. I had my boy Boo Bang with me, so we in that shit hot, we right, and I'm like, fuck that, I just take my shirt off. I had the long ass red and black beads hanging out. You could fucking hear a pin drop in that motherfucker. Everybody just started looking at me. I'm looking at motherfuckers like, nigga 80 like, yo, let me hear what you got. You know what I mean? I let him hear some, he let me hear his shit. Then the vibe was just, it was just an ill vibe, you know? Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in that shit showed me wild love, man. Niggas did not see no colors, niggas didn't see no enemies, niggas just seen music, niggas seen talent, and niggas seen, having a good vibe, linking, two brothers together that's gonna make some magic. So yeah, that was a dope ass vibe, man. That when I think of the Hxtman album, I think about that moment, because that moment pulled out that album. I just dropped New York Motivation. I really wasn't, I was just moving with that album. I had CDs and all that, but when that song came, me and him did that song, and then I ended up going back over there. We did a couple of songs, and then I just kicked out a few other songs, and I put the Hxtman project out into the streets to let the world know that I'm still working. Like, he's still working, and I'm expanding, I'm networking more, and I'm just trying to get more out there. So yeah, the Hxtman album, man, that shit was a dope album, man. Rest in peace, Part1, man. Hold up.
Three nieces, look at little niecey eyes, those are grandmama features. Rihanna looking like I watching her novellas. If she learn a little Spanish, she gon' make it out here better. Mayday, Mayday, somebody tell Lele Bellatini's coming home, and her Uncle J-A-C-O-B. Run along and play shade, this verse is for y'all.
Beat Cross, nigga. My official street nigga.
I really don't want to get too far deep into the Rise and Shine project, but you know, around 06, E-Murder had came home from jail, and before he had went to jail, he was on one of the Hxtman projects. Matter of fact, I think he was on 2 of them. And you know, boy spit, you know what I'm saying? He definitely has some talent, you know what I'm saying? So when he came home, you know, just like a lot of brothers, they come home from jail, they still be on that same time, they be wanting to, you know, just wild out. So that was just me just trying to tell him, like, nigga, you need to be in the studio. Like, fuck the streets, go in the studio. You know what I'm saying? You got talent, come on. Like, nigga, I'll do an album with you. We'll do one together, go crazy. Like, we start doing shows and, you know, radio interviews and start going in that lane and get your mind off of the other shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, me and his sister was together too, so that was me basically, you know, showing him that brotherly love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna do that with you, like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the Rise and Shine album, yeah, definitely.
To be one of the best, my fate. Every man, Blizx, Hxtman, what up, nigga?
After the Rise and Shine album, I kind of took a hiatus away from music for a little minute. A lot of shit that was going on in the streets, I want to say, was taking toll on me. So, you know, I just kind of just went in this little shell. You know, I didn't want to be a public figure like that. I wanted to just move different. You understand what I'm saying? It was real black hoodie for me at that moment, and just, you know, observing who I really be around. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that was one of those moments, man. And yeah, I wasn't really on no music shit until my bro Siegel had came and got me, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, let me holler at you. So I'm like, yo, what up? He like, yo, what's good? Like, you know what I mean? I ain't been hearing nothing from you. I'm like, yo, bro, like, nigga really ain't on that time right now. I'm just trying to get shit right, you know what I mean? He like, yo, the bro Flip is moving. You understand what I'm saying? You know, he doing his thing, you know what I mean? He fucking with the Cowboys and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, yo, he heard one of your joints, you know what I'm saying? He trying to see what you doing, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, word? He like, yeah, man, like, you know what I mean? He trying to pull you out. So I'm like, all right, fuck him, come on, let's go check him. So, you know, we went to check Flip and shit, and, you know what I mean? He told me, he's like, yo, Blizz, like, be close to me, my nigga, cause, you know what I mean? This shit is happening, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't really on no rap shit like that. You know, y'all niggas was rapping, you feel me? So just, yo, get close to me, you know, let's do this shit. And I'm like, all right, cool, like, you know what I mean? So, you know, that kind of built me back up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? We linked up probably like a week, 2 weeks after that. We did the official song, you know what I'm saying? I always been official joint. You know what I mean? He definitely came through, showed love with that shit. We did that joint. And then after that, you know, I had a little momentum again, you know what I mean? I started reaching out to the Hxtman, like, yo, what's up? What y'all wanna do, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas wanna do some music up, like, you know what I mean? And, you know, Gangsta T and just everybody, man. Everybody was like, yo, Blizz, let's do it, like, you know what I mean? So I started getting a little momentum back, you know what I'm saying? After that joint right there, you know what I mean? So yeah, the Advocate album was, you know, it was, you know, it was one of those joints that I you know how when you get writer's block and you trying to do something to just dust it off, like, cause you like, damn, I want to get this whack juice off of me, you know what I'm saying? And now I'll never say it was a whack project, cause none of my shit was whack to me personally, but you know, it just wasn't something that, you understand what I'm saying? It wasn't one of those projects where, you know, I went out there with the, yo, you know, this is the joint. But if you heard it today, you'd be like, bro, that shit fire. You know what I mean? Because it was real dark. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was that's the Blizz Advocate project right there, man. For the
know, son. You see, it comes a time in a man's life when he has to choose between destiny and fate. Since I was young, you've been around. Remember, I'm an 80s baby. Classes in session, classes in session, classes in session. Don't even talk, just listen, man. Classes in session, classes in session, classes in session. I done dropped.
Men of Business was basically me ready to take the full transition out of the street into the music. I always had one foot in, one foot out. You understand what I'm saying? I felt like that's what always made me the unique artist I was, because I had the ability to speak from what I was talking about and living what I was saying. But you know, even my OG told me that's how you get caught up. That's how a lot of people get caught up, man. So you gotta pick something and you gotta stick with it and go hard with it. So music is really what you want to do, then do the music. If you want to be in the street gangbanging, then be in the streets and gangbang. Go hard at it. And yeah, man, I know the talent that I have for it, and the way people speak of me when it comes to being an artist. I knew music was for me. So Men of Business was me taking that step, saying I'm just gonna do music now. So I did the project with my brother Gotti because I originally started off as a group with him. Before I branched off to be a solo artist. So that was just me going back to my brother saying, yo, man, it's time, man. It's time. You understand what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, whatever you want to do, let's do it. So I told him I had this idea to do a project with him, you know what I'm saying? And we call it Men of Business. And on this project, we're not really going to be telling niggas to gangbang and go air shit out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be telling niggas to get this money. You feel me? I'm not gonna tell you how to get the money, just get the money. You know what I'm saying? And if it ain't about the money, then stop paying it so much attention. You know what I'm saying? And try to drop some jewels in there instead of putting that work music. You know what I mean? So Men of Business was a big project for me, man. That was like, me stepping on the scene on my grown folk shit. We had the suits on the cover and shit like that, and you know what I'm saying? It was dope, man. It was dope, man. Shout out to my boy Hxtman, man. May his soul rest in peace, man. That was my motherfucking brother right there, B. Word. And that project is a classic. You know what I mean? I can't hear it enough. Anytime anyone mentions the project, they let me know, how big of a project it is, and how they still listen to it and still can grab from it. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, Men of Business, man.
Something for the trucks, for the coupe.
On that project, we had my brother Marky 3, you know what I'm saying, one of the illest singers. You feel me? Marky 3 was also, a member of the Angry Men, so, it was nothing but a phone call to say, yo, I need you on this project, bro. And he was like, what? Let's do it. You feel me? Marky 3 is a straight music head. Whatever. If it got something to do with music and it's positive, let's do it. You feel me? So yeah, shout out to Marky 3, man. We had the young brother from Throsnick Projects, Jehovah. He currently lives in VA, you know what I mean? One of the big OGs again, Donnie Midnight, which was Gotti's older brother. DJ Fire. Another situation where I'm like, yo, it felt like one of those situations, like how Hood Platinum was. Yo, Fire, gotta get you on this one, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, this one is going down in the books. You know what I mean? Actually, he picked the beat. That's the crazy part. He let me hear a beat, and I'm like, oh yeah, we gotta look that. And I need you on it. So yeah, that song's called Just Like Film too. It's crazy. It's a nice joint that we did over. Yeah, so we got DJ Fire on there. We got Lex Diamond on there. This is around the time Lex came home. So I put him on that joint. Velly on there. Brody B-Way's on there. Obviously, we was actually right before my bro had passed away and shit. Man, we was working on Men of Business Part 2, and it was actually gonna be me, Gotti, and B-Way. You feel what I'm saying? It was we was expanding that wave right there with Hxtman Records and all that. So shout out to B-Way, man. Shout out to B-Rock. B-Rock was like an executive producer of that project right there. He was always with us in the studio and shit, and we in there cracking jokes. And he's a real right dude, man. That was God's right hand man. The bro TU, and yeah, you already know. You know what I'm saying?
That's the way I like to roll. Shoe shine. I want everyone to know.
Sitting in that 6.
What you say?
Word on the street, man. Matter of fact, fuck word on the street, man. Yo, Blizz, man.
What you say?
Take these niggas on the stroll through your hood, man. Man, pop one of these niggas.
Your beans and lame, tell them.
The Blood Brothers project was just like the Men of Business project. This is me moving forward. This one is a very special album to me because this is the album that I got with my brother. And everybody who knows me and Vel knows that we were always two kings in a room. And it's hard to have two kings in a room at the same time. So yeah, it was a very humbling moment for me. You know, I had to really, really, really just respect and just be grateful that I had a big brother like that. You feel me? Like, really, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be doing music. You know, I always knew I was great in my own right and never wanted to be, you know, compared or shoulder to shoulder with anybody. But, you know, as much as me and my brother, we love each other to death, but we always were competitive growing up. And, you know, that's just the way it was. You know, we so close in age, you know, with everything, with getting dressed, with the girls, with boxing, with anything we did as youngins, we were always competitive. So that shit carried us all the way until we started doing music. So at that point when we did the Blood Brothers project, it was me coming to him like, yo, it's time, like it's time. You know what I'm saying? Enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? People have seen it all. Everybody who been fucking with Angry Man or repping my music or Vel's music, seen, you know, any collab. But these two motherfuckers are from the same, you know, queen, and they never pulled it together. So it's that time. So yeah, we decided to do the Blood Brothers album. You know, we definitely got the bro JK on there. JK is one of the nicest spitters from the Bronx, hands down. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what this album was about. It was about just trying to stand out over everything that was coming out. Not everybody from the Bronx, everything. Not everybody from New York, everything. We wanted it to be over everything. Like, yo, you hear these bars, you hear these flows, you hear these dudes. So JK is like a lyrical assassin. He's like in that pun category to me personally. So we had to pull him in on it. And we got Prospect on there, you know what I'm saying? And Prospect is formerly from the Terror Squad. He's like a bro to us too, and he definitely gave us a lot of jewels because he comes from the industry. He done been around the world, and you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was definitely dope being around him and getting those jewels, and you know, him not wanting us to go through the bullshit like he did. So, you know, and you know, Prospect go hard too. So, you know, yeah, we did a couple of dope joints on there. We got TD on there. Everybody who, you know, who was there for the Blood Brothers project. Salute.
My crown and money at my toes. Millionaire approach, joint venture mean us both. Have an opportunity for bread by the loaf. Yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery. You a diamond on my chain.